about 30 minutes, we'll be in class together. You'll get to know what it's like to be in a class with me and start to experience learning Spanish in a different way that you've never experienced before, right? So let's get started here. Bienvenidos, bienvenidos. Hola, Andrea, ¿cómo estás? So glad you are with us today. She is one of our VIPers. Excited to learn. Last night we had a great class. We got a chance to learn a little bit more about how to start a conversation, how to keep that conversation going in Spanish, and how to end that conversation, right? And so those that are here via Zoom, go ahead and put in the comment section where you are from. And I'd love to be able to see. Gracias, Chantalis. She said happy anniversary. Muchas gracias. It's actually all year long, okay? Our anniversary is officially in September, but my husband and I celebrated early with an ultimate couples retreat with some good friends of ours out of Florida. And yeah, this is a wonderful way to kind of get away and spend time with your spouse. Ultimate Couples Retreat is something that has been birthed organically. And there was about 6 couples there, and we had such a great time. No drama, like literally just loving your spouse, right? Okay, I digress, because if I go into that, it'll be about Ultimate Couples Retreats. But you started this class with me because you wanted to learn Spanish, okay? So DM me if you're excited about, learning Spanish. Or if you want to, go on a trip with your spouse, right? Like we do all the things over here. We love our spouse, we love Spanish, and that's what we do. Okay, so Dr. Vanya está con nosotros en New Jersey. Qué bueno. Andrea está aquí con nosotros in South Carolina, Santa Liz in Georgia. I'm over here in California. Okay, where are you guys at in TikTok world? Put in the comment section, vivo in, and then the city or state that you live in. Yes? Let's go. Vamos. Antoinette está con nosotros. ¿Quién más está con nosotros? ¿Quién más está con nosotros? See you, Antoinette. Qué bueno. Okay. All right. So you guys are going to enjoy this class today because I want to share a little bit about how you go to that next level in your mindset, right? How do we see learning Spanish in a different way and applying the things that we're learning? So I'm going to go ahead and share this to our community so that everybody is up to date on getting this information for today. So Fluency Friday, here we are. Fluency Friday. There we go. And today is the 18th. I love putting the date so that people can kind of follow along with us as well that way. All right, I think we're good. All right, so we've got that going on. We are now set up here to be able to get started with our class. I want to get a shout out to you guys, those that are via Zoom. Tell me a little bit about how you found Speak Spanish Easy. Are you plugged into the Fluency Flow? Are you a part of what is happening here? Where we have close to 700,000 followers on TikTok. We just launched our school app called Fluency University, where people can go into a free school app and they can start learning Spanish on their own at their own pace. There is challenges or homework that we have each and every week where you are practicing how to speak Spanish. So let's talk about it. Who are you? Why are you excited about learning Spanish? Go ahead and open up the mic, okay? Open up the mic right now and share with us why you're excited to learn Spanish and how you found us. Go ahead. I'll give you guys a couple minutes to get it going. Let's go. Vamos.
Okay, I'll start off. I know I kind of sound crazy right now. It's seasonal allergies.
I get it.
But
Get
this
it.
is my first class. I'm super excited. I've always spoken Spanish since I was little. My mom actually ended up putting me in ESOL just so I would have a better life. But now I find myself like during the little apps and stuff like Duolingo and stuff, I can pass those flying colors, no problem. It's
Yeah.
the conversing that gets me. Like if I'm speaking to a native Spanish speaker, it's I'm sorry. But um I wanted to hop back into Spanish because I always thought it was a beautiful language. I've always loved it. I've always had a fascination with it. And now that I have my son, everything he has is in Spanish. Like his shows. I try to talk to him as much as I can in Spanish, but because I am raising him bilingual, it
I
kind of catches me sometimes where I'm stuck and I'm like, "Ooh, I've been speaking a little too much English." So that's just my reason. I would love for him to have better opportunities when he gets older.
Yeah,
As a bilingual speaker, he can have no limits on what he chooses to do career wise,
right.
and hopefully one day he'll pass it on to his kids. So
Look at that. Look at that. A legacy learner. You're not just thinking about yourself, like, how do I get how do I get fluent, right, for myself? No, you're saying, how can I build up the next generation to where your son has a better opportunity to open up doors of bilingual, chances to impact his world, right? And I love that for you. I love that for you, Antoinette. I think it's wonderful to see that, yes, you've tried all the things and you realize that learning a language is not about mastering all of the grammar rules, right? All of the verb conjugations, but you're saying to yourself, I need more. I need to build my confidence to finally speak Spanish, right? So you're in the right place, Antoinette, Andrea, I apologize. Or is it Antoinette? I want to make sure. Who did I just mute right now that was just talking?
Antoinette, you're fine.
Okay, Antoinette. Okay. And so that is beautiful. Thanks for sharing. How many of you guys feel the same way like Antoinette, where you just were like, trying your best, doing it on your own and not getting anywhere, where you could understand what people are saying, but you were kind of mute to where you could not be able to speak to the native speaker? If that's you, put it in the comment section right now and let me know if that is something you resonate with. Go ahead and let's share it. Unmute yourself. Who else is like, man, I'm ready? Not Carlos with us, jumping on in. I see you, Carlos. Ya te veo. I see you. Qué bueno, qué bueno. Bienvenido. Glad you're with us. We're just talking about why. How did you find Speak Spanish Easy? And why is it that you want to learn Spanish? We hear from Antoinette wanting to be a legacy learner for her son, to become bilingual, creating that environment for him. And so, why is it your turn to learn Spanish and finally get fluent? Go ahead and unmute your mic right now. If you're here on Zoom, we want to hear from you.
Can I speak?
Yes, you can, Carlos.
Okay. Well, my main reason for speaking Spanish and being fluent, not only just knowing words or phrases, is because I grew up around Spanish-speaking people my entire life. I'm from the DC area, then I moved to New York for
Mm,
college. So I lived in New York for like a bulk of my 20s. And of
yeah,
course, you're all, I have Puerto Rican friends, Dominican friends, Panamanian. So it's like I know it, but something in me clicked of the last 2 years, and I was, you know what? Let me immerse myself into Spanish language music, movies, shows. So yeah, so that's why, and and then I came across your TikTok, and I was like, you know what? The way you teach it is so effective because you focus on just speaking confidently
yeah,
instead of focusing on grammar all the time. Like grammar comes second, is secondary.
right.
And I noticed because I've been sending my files, my homework files to my Spanish speaking friends, and they're like, wow, they give me little tips here and there, but they're like, yeah, your flow is so I sound fast because I guess subconsciously I already know like the tone of Spanish
Yeah.
speaking people. So yeah, that's why. And I'm excited because I'm retaining a lot. Even my mom is so impressed.
And you've only been with us, what, a few
Three
weeks?
3 weeks, yeah.
Do you guys hear this? Do you hear Carlos? He found me on the TikTok. Speak Spanish Easy. got into the fluency flow, been coming to our Fluency Fridays, been doing his homework every single week as we've been giving you the challenges. And now he's starting to see results. He's starting to hear feedback from native speakers. I love that for you, Carlos.
Yes, and also to a bonus, I didn't realize it with the homework. I'm like, wait, I'm learning to write in Spanish because I'm writing out everything. I'm like, wait, I was like, oh my God. So I'm writing it and I'm speaking it. So the retention is that much stronger.
Yes, yes, Carlos, that's what's up. You see the method behind my madness, right? You see what I'm doing.
Yep.
I love it. So you're reading it, you're writing it, and guess what? He's doing his audio files where he is speaking it, right? Where we could focus only on the reading and writing, which is great. It's good that you have that foundation, but we're starting to figure out how do we connect with speaking, right? In real life situations. So gracias, Carlos, for that awesome testimony of how just in the last 3 weeks you have been in the fluency. Oh, yes. Antoinette said that she also found me on TikTok. If you're on TikTok right now, go ahead and hit the +sign K and follow the largest fluency movement worldwide with close to 700,000 followers just in the last 2 years, because people are finally excited to learn Spanish in an easier way without the judgment, without the criticism that comes along with it. I mean, for myself, you guys know I speak Spanish, right? Since I was a little kid. Cuando era niña, I was speaking Spanish to my abuelita, right? To my dad. And then high school Spanish hit. And then I was the one that failed my first high school Spanish test. Okay. I didn't know how to read or write or where the accents go or any of those things. And now to be able to provide an environment for you to say, you are not a failure, Andrea. You are not a failure, Carlos, Antoinette. You are failing forward. That means whenever you make mistakes, you are now getting into the fluency flow to say, I'm going to learn from that mistake and I'm going to keep going. I'm going to keep going, right? And it's the journey within that you're finally experiencing. What does it look like to be bilingual, Andrea? What does it look like to be bilingual, Debbie, right? Bilingual, Dr. Vanya. What does that look like for you to finally go to that next level and say, I can receive this? It's not unattainable for me to become fluent in Spanish for my world. Yeah? Well, thank you so much, everybody. Thanks for sharing your testimony so far, how you got connected, and how you're going to continue on in the fluency flow. So let's go ahead and let's dive in to today's lecture, because you know I'm all about my PowerPoints. I'm all about making sure that every single one of you guys visually, if I have any visual learners, are able to kind of follow along with me as I'm teaching you this beautiful language. So let's go ahead and dive into what we're going over today. And I want to share with you a little bit about fluency specifically with time, because what I find is I have lots and lots of students that are coming into my world, learning Spanish, getting fluent in less than 90 days. And one of the top things I hear is they say they do not have time. If that's you, put time in the comment section right now where you're like, I just don't have time to study, right? I don't have time to study this beautiful language. There's so much. There's the difference between conocer y saber. There's a difference between ser y estar, right? There's a different, how do I know all of these things to get fluent? And I just want you to know that is a belief system that you've put inside of you to actually paralyze you from becoming fluent. And I'm calling it out today. I don't want you ever to say that you don't have time to learn. You heard Antoinette say today, she has been intentional, right, in making sure she has bilingual books for her child, making sure that there's shows that she's watching, there's music that she's listening to, right? And so being intentional is what you need to do and focus on right now, because you technically do have time. Do you know why I know this? Because you have time to actually speak in English, right? So Spanish is just another language. Now you have time to finally speak in Spanish. So the truth of the matter is fluency doesn't require hours a day. Just focus, consistent practice. You heard Carlos say he did his homework just in 3 weeks alone. He felt the confidence, he heard the feedback, and he's ready to move forward, right? So I want to give you time to think about the fact that it's about tools. and making sure you have the right tools. There are language apps out there. There is Rosetta Stone out there. There are workbooks you can have. There are so many different modalities of how you can become fluent. But the reason why you may be stuck is how you're approaching your language learning. And so teaching you guys, I understand, okay? I have busy adults that are part of my 90-day program right now, super busy, but they make time to speak Spanish confidently. And they've even tried many, many times before and failed, right? But that does not actually determine your success in the future because you have failed in the past. So you don't need more time. Let's say that together. I don't need more time, okay? You just need the right system. And that's what I believe, okay? And so let's see, what does that look like? You heard from others in this class today so far, but I want to highlight Adriana today. Because when I first started, I've been teaching, Spanish for 20 years plus, right? But 2 years is when I got online and I started teaching online to different people. And Adriana was one of my students. She is a nurse. She's a mom of 3, and she's busy, okay? Now, she joined the Fluency U. She joined with 0 confidence in Spanish, meaning she heard the language. She did a couple language apps, but just within 30 days, you guys, she was greeting her patients in Spanish. If you're a nurse right now and you're listening to me and you're saying, what? She was greeting with confidence to her patients? Yes, she was ordering tacos like a pro, okay? She was doing the thing. She couldn't even believe it. She thought she needed her notes as a crutch in order to speak this language. And before she knew it, she was in the triage speaking Spanish to her patients. Now, she didn't have all the hours. She just had a plan. That plan was basically starting right here, where she focused on the main goal being, I want to be fluent as a nurse. I want to be fluent as a parent. I want to be fluent when I'm ordering at a restaurant, right? And so she started with the Fluency Fridays that you are in right now. So if you're just now joining us, like we heard Andrea, Antoinette, and we heard so many others that have come into a world of mine like this called Fluency Fridays, where you're just getting a taste of what is it like to be in a class where you're learning Spanish for fun, right? And so joining Fluency U is something that you can do and know that you have a community and mentors that come alongside that can help you along the way to encourage you. And so I hope part of this experience right now is like almost making you feel a little excited to say, ¿es posible que puedo hablar en español? Yes, it is possible, right, Andrea? Can you share a little bit last night of our class that we had, our VIP session with our Fluency Flow students?
Yes, it was again, we spoke with each other, and by speaking with each other, it gave us confidence, and because you slowly peel away the hesitation, slowly peel away the fear, and then you begin to like be comfortable in, okay, I'm going to understand what I'm going to listen and hear what's being said and reply appropriately with the phrases that we were given. So once we continue to repeat, and I think once you repeat and make, as you said, make it a part of yourself,
Yes.
you begin that fear. It's a little piece of overcoming that fear. Once you incorporate it into yourself, then you begin to can concentrate on what's being said and reply appropriately.
That's it. Muchas gracias, Andrea.
De nada, de nada.
And when I tell you she's one of the top of the lines VIPers, I love working with her. We come in together bi-weekly with our Zoom class, just like this, what you're experiencing right now if you're on Zoom. And we go in, okay? We have breakout rooms. We're in Spanish the whole time last night. I was literally shedding a tear because I heard these English speakers speaking Spanish for like 5 minutes straight. And it was so beautiful. They were speaking and bringing out the best of what they know. And so thank you, Andrea. Muchas gracias.
De nada, de nada.
Of the Fluency Movement. Awesome. So you guys ready? This is what we're doing right now. Let's make fluency really happen right now for you. I want you to try these today, not next week, not next month, not next year, but hoy, today. Give me a promise right now that you're going to do it. If you're on TikTok right now, put in the comment section, put hoy, H-O-Y. HOY. If you're on Zoom, put HOY. If you're on Facebook, put HOY. That means hoy, okay? Today, you're going to make a time to say, I am going to finally speak Spanish, okay? Speak Spanish to where I am building my confidence. I was talking to a friend a couple of days ago, and she was mentioning about the power of her words and the power of her voice. She actually had a tracheotomy put in a few years back, and she has the ability, if she doesn't want to speak, she has the ability to take that thing out and like not speak, okay? But it's the miracle that that voice box has for her to actually speak. And I just see in the learning world, for some of my students, you guys have taken out your own voice box and you've chosen not to speak because you're either afraid, you feel intimidated, you don't want to make a mistake, you don't know what to say, right? and I want you to put that voice back, just put it back inside of your learning experience and say, it's my time to speak. I can finally speak with confidence. So these are some 3 phrases that I really want you to start saying right now. So let's go over them. This one is, hey, how's it going? Okay, and it sounds like this. Hola, ¿cómo te va? Say it with me. Hola, ¿cómo te va?
Hola, ¿cómo te va?
Hola, ¿cómo te va? Go ahead and put it in the comment section. This is your discussion forum. If you're part of Hillman Talk University, we're still going strong, okay? So just know that you can start doing your homework and go in the discussion forum, go in the chat on Zoom and put hola, ¿cómo te va? You're going to write it like Carlos said. There's a method behind my madness where when you're writing it, it becomes yours. You own it now. You own hola, ¿cómo te va? Okay? And that's different from ¿cómo estás, right? So this is just another way of starting your conversation, right? Now, the second one here is something I want you to use as a staple phrase. Not do I want you to hear, listen, I don't want you saying, oh, poquito, poquito, right? Hablo un poquito de español, okay? I don't want you to say that you only speak a little, because what you're doing is you're cutting yourself off of having a conversation with a native speaker. From now on, every single one of you guys should be saying this. Estoy aprendiendo español poco a poco, right? I'm learning Spanish little by little. What that does is it changes the mindset of what you're really doing. When you cut yourself off and you're like, no hablo español, un poquito, right? When you say these small little things, you're shrinking back. And I don't want any one of you guys shrinking back when I know that you're powerful to finally speak Spanish. And guess what you're doing right now? You're literally speaking Spanish by saying, estoy aprendiendo español poco a poco. And do it with a smile, okay? So let's practice that one together. Ready? Estoy aprendiendo. Repite.
Estoy
aprendiendo.
Estoy aprendiendo.
Muy bien. Español poco a poco.
español
Poco a poco.
Muy bien. Excelente, you guys. So this is the one that you're going to be saying. Estoy aprendiendo español poco a poco. I want you to internalize it. I teach this to my students, not just memorize it because you may forget it, right? It goes into our short-term memory. Your long-term memory is you're going to repeat this like 20 times by yourself, in the bathroom, in your room, in the car, on your way to work, right? Estoy aprendiendo español poco a poco. You say this, you own it, it's yours. And now guess what? Everybody's going to be saying how perfect your accent is, how you sound like a native, right? Because you have been saying this one little phrase. And then the last phrase is I want you to be comfortable with saying that you're uncomfortable because they're either speaking too fast, you don't know what they're saying, and you want them to slow down and repeat themselves, right? So you would say something like this. ¿Puedes repetir eso, por favor? You hear how I said that? I stopped and I said, ¿Puedes repetir eso, por favor? Can you repeat that, please? You try. Ready? ¿Puedes repetir eso, por favor?
¿Puedes repetir eso, por favor?
Muy bien. Give yourselves a hand, you guys. That was so amazing. You guys now have the tools to finally start speaking. Now, as you guys can see, we're building the largest fluency movement worldwide. When he gave me this opportunity to share, I'm gonna go ahead and I hear some feedback going on.
It's like
You got it? Oh, it's you, Dr.
70.
Vanya? Oh, sorry, I just muted you. Were you gonna say something, Dr. Vanya? Go ahead. Dr. Vanya, you there? She was gonna say something. I heard her, I cut her off there for a minute. There you are.
No, I'm sorry. I wasn't going to say anything. I was trying to mute my mic.
Okay, no te preocupes. Okay, está bien. Okay, so one of the things that I love is we're building the largest fluency movement worldwide, right? And I remember when I was about to start online and I heard God audibly say this. He said, "You're about to build the largest fluency movement worldwide because people need to learn Spanish from you." And I was very intimidated by that. But here we are, close to 700,000 followers later on the TikTok. We have close to 7,000 in our Facebook group right now. And just in the last 3 months, we have grown our school app, which is a free app called Fluency U, where you can learn Spanish at your own pace, absolutely free, at your own time at 3 in the morning. You can do your homework, right? And it's been building just organically with 1,300 amigos inside of our school app. And I want to officially invite you to come in. I want you to come and join this growing community of adults that want to learn Spanish and do it in a way that is not judgmental, that is not feeling like, oh my gosh, I have so much work I have to do. I have so many things, right? But this is a time for you to go to that next level, for you to experience what it's like Carlos experienced, what Ambriana experienced, what Andrea just came in on Fluency Friday experience. And now is your time. So if you're excited about learning, I do want you, if you're on TikTok right now and you're like, how do I get connected? Go to the link in my bio, click on that link, somebody grab the link and put it inside the chat, and then we will pin it so you can get into our Fluency U school app, okay? You definitely want to download that app because I do have certain updates. So you want to have that app on your phone so I can be in your back pocket, be in your purse, and you can start continuing with your journey with us in the easy way. Now, some of you guys really want a higher level of that. You're like, I love free. Thank you so much. Muchas gracias. But others of you are like, I need accountability. I need that private mentorship experience from you, Professora Chris. And I provided just that. Just like you heard Andrea talk about our VIP. If you're interested in that, then you can go ahead and just put VIP in the comment section. And I will get you the information in school app. You'll see a DM. You can slide into my DMs. You can get into the chat on Zoom and just put VIP and I'll send you all the details. It's $97 a month, best $97 you can spend each and every month, knowing that you have the resources. You've got your private experience with a community. I just launched a resource for my students. I want Andrea and Debbie, I'll have Debbie share this time because Andrea shared earlier, but I have created a Professora Chris AI, you guys. That means you have me 24/7, regardless of if you're in class or not. So Miss Debbie, she's one of our 90-day students right now, getting fluent for her world. So Debbie, could you share a little bit about Professora Chris AI and how that's been helping you as a VIP student?
Hola, mi gentes. Sure, I can. Where do I even start? I got excited just knowing that I could talk to the AI at any point, any day, anytime, any place, right? And so I kind of parse my time a little bit, and I do it at night. And I just like sit in this area and I just keep going at it. And I ask different questions and I ask for phrases and I ask for sentences and I ask how to say what to whom to how to whatever. And you get a slew of responses and you just got to figure out how you want to tackle it. And right now I'm in the Tengo que, tienes que, and tenemos que phase. And it's just, it's fun. It's It's all the things.
Todas las cosas, ¿verdad?
Todas las cosas.
Qué bueno. And so as you can see, she's learning Spanish at her own pace, at her own time, right? And she's starting to see that there are resources that are available. Now, when I set up this Profesora Chris AI for my VIP students, it was because I felt like I wanted to be right there with them in between our sessions because we only meet twice a month. And so being able to know that they can be ask questions, they can converse in Spanish and practice their Spanish without feeling like they don't have the right words to say, that was a game changer for them. And so thank you so much. Muchas gracias to Debbie for stepping out of her comfort zone, especially with technology and all the things. Andrea and I were talking about that you can finally see that the power of AI, right? The power of like cloning myself. You now have me in your back pocket to where you have your linguist coach right there to help you speak Espanol. Is that exciting for you guys? If you are excited for all that I'm saying right now, come get into the Fluency Flow. I put the link inside of our chat inside of Zoom. And then also too, if you're interested in our VIP, just go ahead and send me a DM inside of school. Once you get into school, our Fluency U, send me a DM and say VIP, and I will get you inside of our community, our private community that we're creating. All right. I hope you guys enjoyed this class today. I want to know, what is the one phrase you're going to start using hoy, today? What's the one out of the 3 phrases that I shared with you guys? What is the one that you're going to say today to a native Spanish speaker? Go ahead. Let's share.
I'll go.
Okay, Andrea.
Okay. Estoy aprendiendo español poco a poco.
She's learning Spanish little by little. I'm going to give you some corazones for you.
Oh, gracias.
De nada. All right. What other phrases, you guys, are we going to say today out of those 3 phrases I shared with you today?
I'll go.
Okay, díganos.
Say, ¿puedes repetir eso, por favor?
Yes, Debbie. Yes. Can you repeat that, please? I love that. Now that right there is going to be like on repeat. Okay. Continue to say that. And they're going to help you. I promise. They'll either write it down or they'll say it slowly. All right. Who's going to do the first one? Because normally we say, ¿Cómo estás? Right? Anybody can say that. But what's another way to say, how's it going? How's it going?
Hola, ¿cómo te va?
Whoa, who was that? Wait, I gotta see who was that because it didn't pop up.
Antoinette.
You better go, Antoinette.
Gracias.
¿Cómo te va? Like almost sounding like you have been speaking Spanish for years. Okay, so please use that phrase. That is your phrase for today. I hope you guys enjoyed this class. I want you to get into the Fluency Flow, whether that's through our school app, Fluency U. You've got the link. And then also too, you have this community of people. Come join us in our next Fluency Friday. Invite others to come join. If they've been wanting to learn Spanish and have been really stuck in lack of confidence or not having the right resources, let them know Speak Spanish Easy is here for them. And they are able to learn Spanish the easy way. I see you, Sandy B. Come on in. Leo's with us. Debbie's with us. Antoinette, Andrea. Hola, Sandy. ¿Cómo te va? ¿Cómo te va, Sandy? All right, she was unmuted. I thought she was going to say something, but I wanted to give you an opportunity to share. I am Profesora Chris, your linguist coach, where I help people get fluent in Spanish for their world in less than 90 days. And if you're ready to go to that next level, come join the Fluency Movement worldwide, where you can start to do that without verb conjugations, without grammar rules. You notice we weren't sharing any of that today, and you still were speaking Spanish. So come join us in this journey together. And I can't wait to see you on the other side of fluency. Adios for now.